yellow sunglasses. What's up, guys? Fears, audience, fears. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic, my friends. How art is thou? Thou was just feeling much better. I took some medicine, so I'll probably have to blow my nose a little bit today, but not as much. So hopefully by the end of tonight or by the end of tomorrow, it's gone. Anyway, work was good. We had about 37,000, so kind of a light night. It wasn't bad. Because I was feeling like crap, I pretty much slept all day, and then I just got done editing for about an hour. So yeah. And then I went grocery shopping today. So I thought about almost going live. I thought about it, but I was still feeling kind of under the weather. But now that I took the medicine that I bought, I feel way better. Coffee first. There we are. Yeah. So I've got the tissues on standby right here on the floor, just in case if I need them. Let's see here. Got a couple of updates. First of all, I couldn't find a cheap flight for my trip in August, so I just called my mom. So I am still going to visit my mom and my brother and everybody. I just moved it to September, so probably this weekend I'm going to start looking for cheap flights in September. Everyone wanted to fly in August. It was ridiculous, and I just could not find a cheap flight. So I hope I can find something in September. So there's that. So you guys will have me and hang out until September, and then I'm going to go visit my mom for at least a week, if maybe a week and a half. I haven't decided, but something around those lines. All right. Today's thumbnail, since Fears is a nerd and I'm doing a nerd haul, I found a photo of a nerd. So speaking of which, we've got a nerd haul today. I'm reviewing 2 films, and the films that I'm reviewing are right here. I did a little bit of Jaws 3. There we are. And then I did an old classic, The Wizard of Oz. Oh, Annie M., there's no place like home, you know. I was supposed to do this one. I'm sorry, Triple, but I fell asleep last night after watching this. And then today I watched this. So I swear on my life I'm watching this tonight. I'm watching this one first tonight. So tonight's watches are Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and a little bit of Jaws, The Revenge. Those two are the watches for tonight. Anyway, so I apologize about that, Triple. So there we are. Me and LC do still plan on going to the Orlando Brick Company in Longwood, right here. He's just been busy. I've been busy. I've been dealing with a bunch of crap. Not my fault. People starting shit. People making lies and rumors up about me. So it's just been kind of crazy. Work and then editing and all that crazy shit. So I told LC, we'll get to it eventually. By the way, the Tampa Toy Con was absolutely fantastic. Me and Sega enjoyed it. So Dave, I just want to throw a personal shout out to my friend Dave. Dave, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate it. Be sure to go here next year. The Tampa Toy. I even bought a new shirt there, and that was the alien with the beam coming down saying Tampa Toy Con. That was their logo. That was their theme. I had a blast. So Dave, I will see you at the next one, my friend. I promise. It was such a lot of fun. I did a review on it. It was good. Sega bought some stuff. I bought some stuff. I showed you guys a little bit of it, but I haven't shown you all of it. But it's coming soon. Let's see here. The next show is August 23rd and 24th. It's a 2-day con. I'm going to try to go to this one because this one's always a blast. This one is the Central Florida Collectors Fest. So I'm going to try to go to that one. And then the next one after that is September 6th and September 7th, the Fort Myers one. So I'm going to try to go to that one too. So yeah. And last but certainly not least, the last bit of fan mail I got was really troll mail from Quentin. So I didn't appreciate that, Quentin. I ripped it up because I wasn't about to read it on camera. So yeah. But I would love to hear actually from the loving and loyal fans. So if you are a loving and loyal fan, send some fan letters, send something to unbox, send something for me to respond or open, and I will respond to any fan letter. I will respond to any unboxing or a movie or whatever you want to send within reason, and I will put it in a video and a live stream. 16745 Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B. PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. Check it out. That's right. Whew. There it is. First sneeze of the day. Give me 1 second. Oh, having a cold is the fucking worst. So, I just took the medicine about 15 minutes ago, so it should kick in at some point tonight. But I got some medicine to, it says, relieves coughing and relieves runny noses. So, and I don't know where I got it from. It's just, so yeah. Anyway, I'm taking a break on ordering stuff because I want to save up. So if I get anything off the list, it'll be if I go to Barnes & Noble. But I've already ordered enough stuff, you know. So I did the last couple of weeks. I did some massive unboxings. Which, I don't regret it. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's open up the chat. Let me call Lantern first. Let me call Lantern. Let him know I'm live. Tell him to drop the link. I'm probably not going to go in the Discord. I went in there yesterday, and I saw some things I didn't like, so I probably won't go in there for about a week or two. Someone told me that Walter apologized, and I appreciate that, but until I read it, until I see it, then I don't believe it. So, plus he's got to learn. He has to learn. If he just says, sorry, whatever, you know, he doesn't really mean it, but maybe if I give him a week or two to think about it, he won't ever fuck with me ever again, you know? That goes for anyone else, you know? I don't have to put up with anyone's crap, you know? So, maybe he'll learn this time. So, yeah. So I probably won't go in there for about a week or two, and then and he wants an apology from me. When I read his apology, and when I talk to him in private, I will absolutely give him an apology in private. I think that's fair. So I'm going to apologize whenever I want to, you know. I will apologize, though, but I'm not ready to read his apology. And I think people should learn from their lesson. So if you just welcome them back open arms, he didn't really learn anything. He started some bullshit. He's going to have to deal with the consequences. And I hate to bring it up, but the only reason why I brought it up is someone mentioned, I'm not going to say who, but somebody mentioned that he apologized. And I said, well, I didn't see it. I did not see it. So I said, I probably won't go in there for about a week or two because I dip in and out, but I just need some peace away from it for about a week or two. You know, not like dipping in late at night, because I usually dip in late at night, read, and then, so yeah. So I think that's okay. I need some peace from it. His apology will still be there. I'll read it and go, okay, there he is. He apologized, and then I will contact him, and I will, but he's already on thin ice. So if he does it again, and he fucks with me ever again, he's gone for life. So, because I only give a couple of chances to a couple of people, and then I'm like, bye, later, you're gone. So, I'll read it eventually. Let me call Lantern. Anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick. I appreciate his apology, but when I see it, then I'll believe it. And again, when I go in there in about a week or two, I'll read it, and then I'll contact him. and we'll get this mess. But he needs to learn. So maybe he'll you know, take these 2 weeks and think about what he did. Same thing with Liz. All right, let me call Lantern. 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 Oh, he could be napping. He could be napping. Is he napping? Lantern. Well, I did my show a little bit early, so it wouldn't bombard in Lantern. Let me try one more time. Let me try one. Lantern. Lantern. Oh, Lord. He's napping. He's definitely napping. Alright, well, I won't bug him anymore. Maybe... Chat. Before I open up the chat, I want to flesh out a rumor. Well, not really a rumor. I want to squash a rumor. So Lantern contacted me yesterday and said, hey, Matt Man is back. And I was like, oh, God. So I checked it out. Lantern linked me a video that Matt Man was on. They were doing a live. It was Matt Man and some guy named StreamYard or Live Streamer Master or some shit, 234. I listened to it, and I called Lantern back last night and said, Lantern, I don't think Matt Man is back. I said, I think Stream Master 234 had him on as a guest. Thank God, because I would puke all over Matt Man's face if he was actually back. And essentially, I only watched it for like 5 or 10 minutes just to get the grasp. I'm like, well, is he really back? I called Lantern back and said, Lantern, I don't think Matt Man's back. I just think a Matt Man supporter, which is the StreamYard Master guy, 234, had him on his show. And Lantern went, oh, okay, Fears. And I went, yeah. So I said, I saw a lot of Matt Man accounts in the chat. And I told Lantern, I said, Lantern, you should go in there and you should block every single one, just like I did. So I blocked StreamYard Master 234, whatever the fuck his name was. I blocked Matt Man Runs YouTube. I guess that's his actual account. And then there was about 4 or 5 like Matt Man Runs YouTube 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block that one. And I said, Lantern, there's about 5 or 6 Matt Man accounts in the chat. So I don't know if that's trolls. I don't know if that's people making. I said I blocked everything that had Matt Man in it because I want nothing to do with that fucking idiot. Because he's a pedophile. And I said, Lantern, I said Matt Man, I said I'm used to Matt Man making fun of me, which is hilarious. It's hilarious. Why would he make fun of me? I've never done anything wrong or said anything wrong to a kid. That motherfucker has said everything about kids and done a bunch of crazy shit. And I'm just like, wow, he's got some balls. He's got some fucking nerve. And I'm like, so Matt Man, this is a warning. Don't fuck with Fears and don't fuck with my community because my community will come at you full force and we'll destroy that guy's goddamn life force like that. So I called Lantern Bank, said, Lantern, I would block this. So I blocked all the fake or real Matt Man accounts. I said, Lantern, there's like 5 or 6 of them in the chat. And he said, okay. And then I said, Matt Man is under the Matt Man Runs YouTube, which he doesn't run shit. I said, I blocked that one. I said, and then I said, I would block Stream Master 234. I said, because he's supporting a pedo. And I said, I blocked him. So I had Lantern. I think Lantern blocked all them. I said, Lantern, I said, that guy, Matt Man, I said, is bad news. I said, stay as far away from him as humanly possible. So I crushed that rumor. So he's not really back, thank God. He was just a guest on someone's channel. And that person, I guess, is a pedo supporter because he has Matt Man on there. And I was like, wow. So, yeah. So, rumor crushed, he's not back, because Lord have mercy on his soul if he'd be back, you know what I'm saying? I decided to do my my show a little bit early today, because either Lantern's asleep. Oh, there he is. There's Lantern. Lantern, what's up?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, man, are you in the chat right now?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. So you didn't hear a word I said. So Lantern, basically, remember how I called you last night and I told you?
Yeah.
Here's the situation, Lantern.
Yeah.
I just told all the fans. Basically, that guy, Matt Man's not back. He's not back.
It's not?
No. What happened was I did some digging. You know that link that you sent me?
Yeah.
That's one of Matt Man's like minions. That's one of Matt Man's supporters, and he basically had Matt Man on his YouTube account as a guest, and they were making fun of our community. They were making fun of me a little bit, but they were basically making fun of you, calling you a pedo and stuff. And and I tried to stick up for you. I didn't write anything in the chat, but I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker!" I said, "All right." I said, "You gonna call Lantern?" And then I said, "Oh, well, watch." So I gave him a warning before you called me back. I said, Matt, man, I said, don't you ever come back to YouTube. I said, because if you come back to YouTube, I said, me and my YouTube community will destroy your goddamn life in oblivion, you know?
Yeah.
And then I blocked. So Lantern, remember I called you last night? I don't know if you remember this. I did call you last night and say, block Matt Man's accounts. So go in there. So you know that link that you sent me, Lantern? Go in there.
Yes.
You can rewatch that idiot's stream, and Matt Man was just a guest. So I blocked. Matt Man's got a few of them. I blocked Matt Man runs YouTube, which he doesn't run shit. Blocked now, and then I blocked his pedo supporter friend because he is a supporter because he had Matt Man on there. That one's Stream Master 234. I blocked him. And then Lantern, when you rewatch that stream, I only watched it for 5 or 10 minutes just to figure out what those two motherfuckers were doing, and because those two disgust me.
Yeah.
And I was like, how dare they make fun of me and Lantern? I'm like, Lantern, you've never done anything wrong to a kid.
No.
I've never done anything wrong or said anything wrong about a kid. Like I cherish children because whenever I'm dead. You know, my little nephew Shelton, you know, is gonna take the reins and be the new member of the Fears family. You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, that guy's got some fucking nerve. So when you watch it back, Lantern, you don't have to watch the whole thing. Just like go in there for 10 minutes, Lantern. You know how they replay the chat back?
Yeah.
There was like 10. I'm sorry, not 10. There was like 5 or 6 fake Matt Man accounts. Like Matt Man runs YouTube 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I blocked that one. There's like 6 of them in there. So I blocked everything that had the name Matt Man in it. You know what I'm saying? So, me as your friend, Lantern, I would never talk to Matt Man. I would never talk to Stream Master 234 or whatever the fuck that idiot's name is. Block both of them and then go into that link that you sent me and go into the chat and just block everything that says Matt Man. Because he's bad news, Lantern, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He is bad news. So, yeah. So I just wanted to crush that rumor. So I don't think he's necessarily back, Lantern. He's just because he knows what'll happen if he comes back. He's more just kind of hanging out with his Stream Master friend, and he's gradually trying to come back. I don't think he'll ever come back though, because when he actually had his own channel, oh man, every single troll that trolled me trolled Matt Man even 30 times more than they troll me. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm glad because. Even though I don't deserve to be trolled, at least they trolled Matt Man. That's one thing that me and the trolls agree on. You don't say crazy things about kids. You don't do any crazy things about kids. That makes my blood boil, you know?
Yeah.
Because if Matt Man got anywhere near Shelton, I'd be kicking ass and taking names. I'm like, I take that shit very seriously, you know? And everyone should. So I think it was just a rumor, buddy. But I appreciate you letting me know. So I went in there just for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I blocked every single channel that had the name Matt Man in it because he is a disgusting freako. He's creepy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, and Lantern, I blocked him because people tried to convince me that you're a pedo, which you're not. You just made a mistake. And I'm
Yeah.
willing to give people a second chance. And I'm like, that really wasn't Lantern making a mistake. That was someone trying to convince Lantern. And unfortunately, Lantern, some idiot that tried to convince you, they didn't take your autism into consideration. And I'm like, well, that's why they got Lantern to say that. I'm like, which is bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck them, you know?
Mhm.
So I was just like, no, I know Lantern's not that. Fuck you, go away. And so I blocked those people, you know? So,
Yeah.
and it's been a joy, Lantern, hanging out with you and the guys, you know, on your channel, having you and the guys on my channel, which, by the way, buddy, either Larry thought I said I was going to have a panel on Wednesday, which I did not say. I said, what I really said was I'm going to have a panel either sometime this week or next week, just depending on how busy I am. I'm trying to get all the Sega footage, so just let everybody know in the Discord. I'll probably be MIA from the Discord for about a week or two.
Yeah.
And did you post the link, buddy? I appreciate it if you did.
Oh, not sure if I will.
You will, though. Okay, I appreciate it, buddy. You're always good about posting the link. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
So either sometime this week I'm going to have you and hopefully Visions and Larry and Randall if he wants to come on, and hopefully LC. Try to get like all the guys on there. And because I loved doing that karaoke night thing, Lantern, on your show. That was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
That didn't you have fun, buddy?
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. We were playing like stuff from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 90 cartoons, cartoons that Fierce watched like a year ago. We were playing everything. We had like the Waltons on there, Get Smart. You know the one that we didn't get to, Lantern, which I hopefully the twin can play on mine is I still need to unblock your twin, which I will. We never got to. Did you ever watch, Lantern? Did you ever watch Kung Fu?
Yeah.
Kung Fu is awesome, man. And then Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. Oh man, 2 good shows, buddy. 2 amazing good shows. So yeah, I was like, we got to play some Kung Fu and some Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, my friend. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How's your day been, buddy?
Good. How about your day?
Better. I took some medicine, so my nose is still runny, but it's not as runny. But I got my Kleenex on standby. They said it should. I took it about 15 minutes ago, right before I started the stream, and they said it should kick in within an hour. But you can only take 1 tablet a day within a 24-hour period. So like before I go to bed tomorrow, or tomorrow before I do the stream, I'll probably take another one until it goes away. But my nose definitely feels better, buddy. It's runny, but it's not as runny as yesterday. Like yesterday, I was blowing my nose every 20 seconds. It was nuts. So yeah.
I seen it. Yeah.
Anyway, hey Lantern, damn,
Damn.
Lantern, Lantern, you got the best laugh ever, buddy. You have I thought my laugh was great. And I thought, and my brother has a really funny laugh. Like my brother is a real funny guy, and he makes me laugh. And my dad had a really cool, funny laugh, and my dad made me laugh whenever he was acting goofy. Because my dad was kind of a serious guy, but he liked to crack jokes every once in a while. So I get that trait from me. I don't always like to crack jokes. I like to crack jokes every once in a while. But yeah, so yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good day, buddy. What have you been doing?
Yeah.
You been taking some naps?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I woke you up, Lantern. So Lantern, when are you going live tonight? Because I went a little bit early, so I wouldn't bombard your show.
Yeah.
What time you starting the show?
About 9 or 10.
9 or 10. What's up, twin? What's up, twin? Yep. Gotta have content. I'm Danny D. Gotta have content. Wait, is that Lantern? Is that you doing an impersonation of Danny D? Doing an impersonation of me?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. That's a pun on a pun on a pun on a pun on a pun. Now you got it, Lantern. Now you got it, buddy. Now you got it. Well, I'll let you go, but be sure to drop the links. Let everybody know I'm live. And I'm going to go open up the chat, and I'll talk soon. I may come in your show tonight, buddy. Because I wasn't feeling good, all I did was just, after work, I got some breakfast, I checked my mail, and then I went to sleep, buddy, because I had a runny nose all night at work. Every 20 minutes, buddy, I was, blowing my nose while I was you know,
Yeah.
lifting the boxes and shit. I was like, I said, I'm not editing at all today. Maybe I'll edit like tomorrow, but not tonight. I was like, I'm gonna just chill, watch some movies, take some naps, and then I went to Walmart and bought some more groceries, and then got the medicine so my fucking nose would stop running like crazy. It's not a cough; it's just my nose is running. It's crazy, buddy. So yeah, and you know what? The funny thing is, I don't know where I got it from. So either somebody at work, like was sick, or maybe just in passing. I don't know. My nose has been like congested and runny for like, well, now 2 days. So I was just like, ugh. Anyway, buddy, I'm gonna go open up the chat. I'll see you later. But yeah, so hopefully I'll be done around, like you said, 9. Hopefully I'll be done 8:30ish, 9ish, somewhere around there, because I always go early on Thursdays and Fridays, so I don't interrupt your show. I may come on tonight. It depends on how well I feel, Lantern. If I feel okay, I'll come on. If not, I'll probably just sit and listen and comment in the chat while I'm editing, buddy. Because I feel better now that I took some medicine, but my nose is still kind of runny.
Yeah.
So, and I feel real congested, and it gives you. Well, for me, it gives me a headache whenever my nose is runny. So, because I woke up from a nap today with a massive headache, buddy. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to call and tell you, I don't think Matt Man's back. Thank God. But he was hanging out, he was kind of lingering, and he was hanging out with his pedo supporter friend, StreamYard's Master 2345, or whatever the fuck that idiot's name is. Block him. So block him, block Matt Man. Matt Man runs YouTube or whatever the hell it was on last night. And then, Lantern, when you click on that link that you sent me, just look in the chat. It was like 5 or 6 Matt Man accounts. Just block every single one of those, and then he should be good. And then, Lantern, if you hear of any more Matt Man channels, you send them my way, and I'll block them, because I don't want I don't want anything to do with that motherfucker. Because he's just, I'm telling you, he's just, what's up?
Pretty much that boy channels too.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you find any more StreamYard accounts, because he supports Matt Man, send them my way, and I'll block them, because I don't want anything to do with Matt Man's minions or his supporters, and I want nothing to do with Matt Man. So if you find any more, I'll block every single one, because I'm telling you, if he ever got near Shelton, I would be kicking ass and taking names, because that guy is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Lantern, I'm telling you, he's bad news. Stay away from him. All right, buddy. I'll see you later. I'm going to go say hi to the fans and catch up with the chat.
Okay.
Hey, man, I appreciate you dropping the links for me, Lantern. You're an integral part of my show, buddy. And because sometimes I forget to drop the links, and then when I'm sick and tired, like these times, whenever I'm sick and tired of people's crap, you know, I don't want to go in the Discord and get even more mad, you know. So I'll probably be gone for like a week or two, and then I'll come back and I'll say hello to everybody. I like to take breaks, because sometimes it's just too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Shunk. Oh, Lantern. Oh, he's a good guy. Yeah, those guys, Matt Man and StreamYards, I'm going to say it right now. You got some balls to make fun of me. I mean, yeah, I've got my own, like, quirks and stuff, but nothing as bad as StreamYards and Matt Man. I was like, you got some balls to make fun of me. I was like, wow. I was like, really? And that's literally the face I had. I was like, really? You're making fun of me? I was like, get the hell out of here. Because I listened to it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I was like, man, they got some balls on them to make fun of me. I was like, that's fucking horseshit. You know? Anyway. All right, let me open up the chat finally. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep you guys waiting. Really, the face I had. I was like, really? You're making fun? There we go. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, here we go. Let me catch you up here. We got 8 people watching. What's up? Yo, Tina, what's up? Good to see you. Tina says howdy. Hope you're feeling better. I appreciate you saying that, Tina. Thank you very much. I do feel better. I had a runny nose, and it was. I took some medicine about 15 to 20 minutes ago, so I feel better. But yeah, Dave says, "Yo, he did, but it should be personal." I agree. Yeah, so I will absolutely read his apology, Dave, whenever I feel like it. Because I know if I go in the Discord right now, I'm going to get even more mad. So I'm going to stay away for about a week or two, and then I'll come back. I'll read his apology. because it's not going anywhere, and then I'll talk to him privately. So, yeah. Tina said he might be asleep. Well, he was. He was. Dave says, just as bad as Mattman. Oh, yeah. If you support Mattman, you're just as bad. And I don't. So when Lantern sent me that link, I clicked on it. And I started, I only watched for like 5 or 10 minutes just to see what they were doing. I went, oh, okay. I'm like, I know what he's doing. He's having that piece of shit on his show. And then he's running it. So I was like, oh, the hell with that. So, like I said, I blocked Mattman, I blocked StreamYards, and I blocked like 6 or 7 of Mattman's fake accounts in his little chat. And I was like, the hell with that guy. So, Dave, I'm telling you, you being my new friend, StreamYards and Mattman has said so much crazy shit about like children and like pedophilia. I'm telling you, Dave, stay away from him. It's nuts. Stay away from him. Let's see. Tina says, well, howdy, Mr. Lantern. What's up, Mr. Lantern? What's up, twin? He says, howdy, Dave. Howdy, Tina. Yo, Fears. Howdy, Fears. Shout out to the chat. Lantern, I always appreciate that 1 million super chat donation. I appreciate. Dave Phillips says, he's here. Oh, I'm here. Sub it up, folks. Thank you, Lantern. I appreciate you saying that. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see here. Yeah. Yo, museum's here. Okay. What's up? All right. Well, now that I'm caught up. All right. Well, let's start things off with a bang, shall we? I think we should do the Nerd Hall. I feel bad, though. Triple, I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. I promise. Tonight I am watching this first and then this. So, yeah. I really am sorry, Triple. My bad. All right. So, shout out to Lord Visions. I got the Brain shirt on. Visions, I know you're watching. He's been busy and stuff, and he said, I hope you don't mind. He said, hey, Fears, I'm going to stay a little away for a little while until things calm down, which I understand because he said, I don't want to do a joke and then you get mad at me. And I said, Visions, I said, I'm not mad at you. I said, I'm mad at Walter. So I'm sure he'll be back at some point, but yo, I got my Brain shirt on. I haven't wore Tar Man in quite a while, so hell yeah. All right. Let's start with a nerd haul, excuse me. Here we go. So Halloween is coming up, and I'm gonna go visit my mom and my brother and my brother's wife and little Shelton. I'm gonna finally meet him. I'm gonna hang out with Enzo. I'm gonna hang out with my buddy Eric. I'm going to the Toy Man show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I thought, since Halloween is coming up, oh yeah, even though Shelton was born in April, he was not. I'm a Halloween kid. I was supposed to be born on October 31st, but I came 3 days before. Fears was just itching to get out. I came October 28th. So I called my brother and I said, hey, you haven't bought Shelton's Halloween costume yet. And he goes, no, why? I said, did Mom show you? I said, I got him a, remember guys, I got him a superhero Superman cape. And my brother's like, yeah, I saw that. I said, you can either dress him up and gel his hair, like Superman. I said, or, he can play with that like whenever he gets older. I said, I found something. So I called him today and I got him this. So I got him a matching, sweatshirt and sweatpants. Oh yeah. So I thought that would look cool on Shelton. So little, and it gets cold. It gets cold in Missouri around Halloween time. So nice little Halloween sweatshirt and then nice little pants. There we are. So yeah. And this is 6 to 9 months. So he's 4 months now. So he can wear this for quite a long time. Because it's my first time buying baby clothes. So I called my mom up. I said, Mom, what are the numbers again? And she's like, anything past 6 months. And I said, oh, really? And she's like, yes. And then she said, because you want him to wear it for quite a while. And I said, oh, that's right. I said, that's right. So that's why I've been getting anything from like 6, 9, 10, 12 to 18. So yeah. So I think he'll enjoy this. So heck yeah. And it's real little, so it won't take up much space in my bag. So yeah. So I'll just fold it like this and I'm telling you, Fears is going to be the ultimate uncle. I am the coolest uncle ever. Hell yeah. I take my uncle responsibilities very, very seriously. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait until Shelton is like, probably, whenever my brother gives me the okay, I'm going to show him the Goonies, and I'm going to show him a little bit of Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we are. Check that out. Pretty cool. There we are. So I'm going to put these with all my other stuff. So now I've got him. This is one complete set of clothing. I got him a onesie. And then I got him a couple of shirts. So yeah. Dave says, you know, a zombie eats brain. What does a vegan zombie eat? Ooh. Hang on, Dave. Let me try to figure this out. Well, I would say a nice fresh garden salad, but it's a joke, Dave, so I'm trying to figure it out. You know a zombie eats brains. What does a vegan? I don't know, Dave. Tell me. Let me know, buddy. Let me know. All right, next. Fear's got... I haven't done... The last Lego build I got was with LC, and I bought I did the travel bag. So, yeah. So I saw this one today at Walmart, so I'm going to do this at some point. I don't know when, but yeah. I got, bam, the old telephone and a pencil and a piece of paper. So that's 3 builds in one. So you can do this big one. So you can make a Lego pencil with a Lego notepad and an old telephone from the 1980s and 1990s. I grew up with a telephone like this. Or you can do an 80s cell phone. Or a cell. Those were some of the cell phones that I got. You know, that's what they looked like. Some of my first cell phones I got. So I'm going to build all 3, but I'll probably keep this one together because most of my adolescence was using a phone like this. So, yeah. So I thought that would be a nice little Lego build. So, and you get 3 in 1. Bam, bam, bam. There it is. Dave says, you know, a zombie eats brains. What does a vegan zombie eat? Oh, grains. I gotcha. Grains. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Oh, man. I hope this medicine kicks in quick. Ugh. I took it like 15 minutes ago, so I hope it kicks in pretty quickly. It's already starting to work a little bit because I'm blowing my nose less and less. So yes, thank you for the 3 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's right, Dave. Good old grains, buddy. Good old grains. See, it makes so much sense now, you know, like brains, grains. I should have figured that out. Let's see. Dave, I went to your channel, and the last video you uploaded was 4 weeks ago, Senior Class, A Christmas Carol. So that must have been what? That must have been one of James's shows? Buddy, I'm telling you what, I cannot wait till you hit 50 subscribers, man. So you said, Dave, that you started editing a little bit. Let me know when you get more content up, buddy, because I've watched almost everything except for that new video, buddy. So I'll try to watch that tonight before I have to mosey on off to work. So, yeah, buddy. All right, next. Let's see. Well, I got this for Shelton, you know, to match. And to match, I got him some Halloween socks. Oh, yeah. So that'll look nice. There it is. So he'll be styling. He'll be styling around Halloween time. And then I got him a nice little Frankenstein shirt. Heck yeah. So I got Shelton this. So I got him Frankenstein. And then I got him some socks. And then it gets really cold. It gets really cold in Missouri. I got him a sweatshirt and some sweatpants. So... And that won't take up much space in my suitcase. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right. So really, the only thing I got for myself was this, the Lego build. And then I got I got some new Superman underwear for me. Hey, ladies, take it in. Ooh, yeah, now we're talking. Oh, yeah, sexy. These are briefs. Yes. Whew. So really, I only got the underwear for me, and then I got this. Everything else was for Shelton, so that's not too bad. Not too shabby. Slam dunk. All right, there we are. All right. So not a bad little nerd haul. Not a bad one. I can tell, Dave, I can tell this medicine is working because last night I was doing this all fucking night at work and on the stream. It's starting to clear up because I'm not blowing my nose as much. I'm still blowing it a little bit, but not a lot. So yeah. All right. There we go. So we're almost done filling out the book. Almost. We're getting there. We've got about that much left. So I don't think that's going to last me all the way until the end of the year. I thought it was. It almost did. So yeah. The next thing I'm going to do is the top 10 flaws about me. Fears is not perfect. I try to be as perfect as possible like everybody else does, but I do have some flaws. So 10 flaws about me. And again, I try to be the best version of myself. Everyone tries to be the best version of themselves. It's just impossible. I can get it close, but, you know. All right. I would say number one is it's a positive, but it's also a negative. I'm really good at talking. I can hold a conversation, but sometimes I don't know when to shut up. I've been dealing with that for quite a while. So I'm going to put down as the first one, sometimes talks too much. Sometimes. Talks too much. It's a positive whenever I interview someone or whenever I do my show, because I can think of something real quick to keep you guys entertained as much as possible. So yeah. But like when someone's having a conversation, you know, like that, sometimes I do these two things. I talk too much and I take over the conversation. I don't try to. And then sometimes I interrupt people. So that would be the next one. So I interrupt. And I really try not to do that. Interrupt people. But again, no one's perfect. Interrupt people while talking. I would say the third one would be I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. It takes me a while to either apologize or it takes me, I guess, stubborn and what's the best way to word it? Accept change. I hate change. Like if I like something about my life, I try to keep my life fun, stress-free, simple. But I know times are a-changing. I just hate change. Even if the change is good, sometimes I'm like, I'm kind of weary about it. So, but I've loosened the reins a little bit over the years. So I'm going to put down as number 3, I'm stubborn. Number 4 is have trouble accepting change. Eventually I do. Having trouble accepting change. A big flaw, I would say, is my Crohn's. Sometimes I have good days. Sometimes I'm in the toilet, just sitting on the toilet for hours. Just, one, I don't want you guys to see that because it's disgusting. I'm just sitting there with it, reading a magazine. Other days, I have good days where I only have to go to the bathroom maybe, twice. Maybe a pee, maybe a poop. That's about it. There's other days, like a week ago, I just didn't tell you guys, and I'm telling you now. There's been like last week I sat on the toilet for straight like 3 or 4 hours. And my butt was fucking sore. I had some intense diarrhea. And I was like, God, this is fucking nuts. So definitely Crohn's is definitely is a side effect. It's definitely affected my life. Crohn's. 6, I definitely have some OCD. It's not intense, but I can't live in filth. So everything has to be in my apartment just so. Or it kind of drives me nuts. So yeah. I don't know how people can like live in like hoarding and all that. Like my worst nightmare whenever I dated my ex, when we went to go visit her father's house was a shithole. And I looked at her and I said, I am not staying here. And she goes, trust me, I'm not either. And I said, why haven't you told your dad to clean up? She goes, well, it's not my place. I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, you're his daughter. I'm like, I wouldn't live in this crap hole. And she's like, well, keep your voice down. I said, he didn't hear me. But plus I never said it to him because he actually liked me and her mom actually liked me. And I liked them, but her mom lived in a very nice place. And she goes, I don't know where he gets it, John. Like, you've seen my house. She goes, it's clean. I said, it's cleaner. I said, you at least attempt to clean, Casey. But I said, I know it's not you. I said, you have a bunch of roommates that trash it. But I said, you at least attempt to clean it. And then I said, your mom's house is very nice. I said, your dad. And she goes, I don't know where he gets it. Her dad was the worst hoarder I've ever seen in my life. I almost wanted to throw up. I had to get the fuck out of there. I was like, I will not sleep here. I will not eat here. I had to stand the whole time because if I tried to sit on the couch, there was all these like stains. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm sitting on that couch. So I just stood the whole time and I just said, hey, Casey, let's go get a drink. So what I ate and drank is what I bought. And I just stood there and just ate it the whole time. It was one of the worst experiences ever that I've ever had to go through. It was a fucking nightmare. And I was like, I don't know how people can live like that. It was literally like that TV show Hoarders. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It was nuts. So, yeah. So, a little bit of OCD. I do have hyperactive disorder, so. But again, I try to take a negative and turn it into a positive. I try to take all that raw energy and use it for good. Hyperactive disorder. / attention deficit. Let's see. Dave says, same here. That's part of OCD. Yep. Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely, without a doubt, my friend. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, buddy. All right, let's see. That was number 7. Number 8, I would say it's a flaw, but it's also positive. Like, I try to stay busy as much as possible, but sometimes I don't make time for other things. Like, I buy books and I start to read. I need to find some time to just, maybe not do a stream one night and just finish a book, or something, so it is a flaw, but it's also good to stay busy, so, stay busy. Number 9, I would say I have a hard time talking about my feelings. Like the fans have said, oh, you should go to therapy, and the dude said, I go to therapy all the time. That would be so uncomfortable for me. Like someone sitting across me, sitting on a couch, someone looking at me, like psychoanalyzing me. Like, what do you think the problem is, John? I'd be like, I don't know. That's why I came to you. So like I would be so uncomfortable. So, I've told you guys how I feel sometimes. This is kind of like my therapy. This is probably be as close as I went. Or I would call my dad or I would call my mom and be like, hey, Mom, I need your advice. Hey, Dad, I need your advice. There's no way I would sit in a therapy session. I would slip my wrist before that. I would feel so uncomfortable, and to me, it's just weird. I couldn't do it. I mean, it's good. If it helps you, then that's great. It probably wouldn't help me. I would feel so uncomfortable. So, having trouble talking about my feelings. Plus, I wouldn't pay someone to hear me talk. I've got plenty of friends and family for that. Like, why would I give money to someone to just hear me talk? I'm like, I can just call my brother. I can call my mom. I can call, my best friend, and be like, hey, I need your help. I need your advice. So yeah. So that's number 9, and number 10, I would say, is my job. I'm stuck in this job, and I'm trying to get unstuck out of this job. So yeah, it's good that it pays the bills, but it sucks because I'm getting sick and tired of the job, and I want something new. I want something fresh. I want to change. So yeah. So those are my top 10 flaws, and believe me, I am trying to work on those flaws every single day. Every single day. I'm going to go throw this away. I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Dave said I started checking out ebooks from the library. Yeah, I mean, I've read some books from the library and stuff. Just there's just only so many hours, in the day. Besides editing, and then I have to take a nap, after work because I'm tired from work. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. So just go ahead and study Mario. And I got this one. I think I got this at, I think I bought this at Barnes & Noble, I think. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right. Oh, man. Oh, God, I'm a little tired. Oh, all right. There we are. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right, next. I just want to let everybody know I do have an Exhum Visions unboxing coming soon. He said, hey, Fears, if you buy something on this day, then I'll send you a Walt Disney autograph. And I was like, oh, cool. So I bought 2 shirts. I bought a mug. I bought some stickers. So that unboxing is coming very soon. I got an email from Vision saying that he shipped it. It's on the way. So should be here any day now. I forgot which day it's coming, but it's on the way. So, yeah. All right. Time for a movie review. Let's do Jaws 3. So Jaws 3. I'm going to give it a, let's see here. It's okay. It's all right. 1 and 2 are my absolute favorite. 3 is all right. 4, I'm going to dread to watch, but I have to watch all 4 and I'll review them. 4 is absolute shit garbage. But 3, it's all right. It's a decent watch. I'm going to probably give it a 6 out of 10. They filmed it all in Florida. They filmed parts of it in Pensacola, and they filmed parts of it in Orlando. They filmed back in the 80s. SeaWorld looked way different than what it is now. So they filmed a lot of it in SeaWorld. They filmed some of it in Pensacola, Daytona, anywhere near a beach and the ocean and stuff. But a lot of it was around SeaWorld because there's a big gate and a shark swims in their laguna, starts killing all the dolphins, starts killing people, and then they have to deal with a great white shark on the SeaWorld property and all that. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It was all right. Let's see. Summer colds are the worst. Oh, Dave, they are. Summer colds are the fucking worst. Oh, I hate it. Like, blowing my nose. And again, I don't even know where I got this. I must have got it from somebody. Either in passing or when I was out and about, maybe at one of the shows, or maybe somebody at work was sick, and I have no idea. But, man, I got a runny nose, and it's congested, but it's getting better. Let's see. I wouldn't say there's a lot of action. A little bits of action. A lot of it is funny, so pretty funny. It has the 3D effect. Jaws 3D. Even though I don't have the 3D glasses. So it's one of those 80s 3D movies like Friday the 13th Part 3 3D, you know? So it has the 3D effect. And they were real big in the 70s and 80s. They're not so big now. Let's see here. I'd say my two favorite scenes, obviously killing the shark at the end. And I'm not going to, for anyone that hasn't seen it, I'm not going to tell you how. But killing of the shark was pretty good. So that's probably my second favorite. So killing Jaws at the end. Dennis Quaid is in this movie. He looks really young, so I don't know if it was his first film, but let me ask Meta, and let me go grab my phone. Give me 1 second. He looks pretty young in it, though. All right. Let me ask Meta. All right, here we go. See ya. Hey, Meta. Dennis Quaid was in Jaws 3. Was that his first film ever, or was it one of his first few films?
Dennis Quaid's role in Jaws 3 to D wasn't his first film ever. He played the lead role of Michael Brody in the 1983 film, but before that, he appeared in other movies. One of his earlier notable films was The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia in 1981. Jaws 3 minus D was actually his first lead role, marking a significant...
Okay, so it was his first lead role. Okay, all right, thank you. So I was close. He was in other movies, but it was his first lead role. Okay, so Dennis Quaid. First lead role in a film. Which, I'll be honest, like, your first lead role in a Jaws film, that's not too bad because, like, look at Dennis Quaid now. He's been in so many movies. He's still acting. He's real big. He's real popular. So, I mean, it definitely helped his career. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it's a flaw in his career. Not at all. You know. So hell yeah. Let's see. What's my favorite scene from this? That black guy from all those 80s movies, what's his name? This guy, I forgot his name, but this guy's in it, and he's also in one of my favorite 80s action, Toy Soldiers with Sean Astin. He's in that too, so yeah. Hey, excuse me. Oh, I knew it was coming. I had to grab a napkin. So I feel better. I still have the sniffles though. Oh man. All right. What's his name? Louis Gossett Jr. So he was like, I don't even know if he's still. Hang on. I don't know if he may have passed away. I don't know if he's still alive. Hey Meta, in the 80s and the 70s, there was a actor called Louis Gossett, Gossett Jr. Is he still alive? And when was he the most popular? In the 70s or the 80s? Because he was in a lot of films that I like.
Louis Gossett Jr. is still alive, and I'd love to clarify his popularity timeline for you. He gained widespread recognition for his role as Fiddler in the 1977 miniseries Roots, winning an Emmy Award. His career really took off in the 80s, especially after winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1982.
Oh, wow. Wow. So you said he's still alive. How old is he now?
Louis Gossett Jr. isn't alive anymore.
Oh.
He passed away on March...
Well, you just said he was alive. Okay, so you made a mistake. So he's not alive?
Louis Gossett Jr. passed away earlier this year, so he's no longer with us. I should have had the most up-to-date information, and I appreciate...
It's all right. So how old was he when he died?
Louis Gossett Jr. was 87 years old when he passed away on March 29th, 2024.
Oh, so last year. Okay. So, wow. Okay. Wow. 87. I mean, that's a long life. That's a long life. And it's usually women outlive men, unfortunately, you know. Like, my grandma, she didn't die until... My grandma Fears didn't die until she was 89 or 90. So... Nothing against my dad. I just hope I make it past 67, you know, because my dad went very early because of cancer and all that stuff. So anything past 67, Fears is doing really good. So I love my dad, but my dad even was like, try to take care of yourself. So that's why I've been kicking ass and taking names. I haven't drank soda for the longest time, except for like when I'm out and about and I've been working out. I haven't went to the gym in a couple of days, but I need to get back in there. And slowly but surely the weight's coming off because I definitely want to live longer. And my dad used to work out a lot. It's just, whenever you get prostate cancer, that is a son of a bitch. Anyway. So rest in peace, Dad. I love you. Let's see. Killing of Jaws. What's my favorite? What's my favorite scene? Probably all the scenes with Lewis in it, because he's such a notable 70s actor. 70s, 80s, and 90s actor. I didn't know that he was still alive, and now he just passed away a year ago. I was like, wow. I'm like, that guy from Toy Soldiers. Which, again, I have Toy Soldiers with Sean Astin on DVD. I just haven't had time to order it. I need to get that on Blu-ray, because I love that movie. That movie's fucking great. Ugh. So many movies, so little time. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put any Lewis scene. Because he's in it, not a lot, but the scenes that he is in it, he's kind of like a side character. They focus on Dennis Quaid's character, which is Chief Brody's son, Michael. So, yeah. So, any Lewis scene is pretty good. I'm going to put funny at times. Oh, I'm sorry, I already wrote that. Pretty funny at times. SeaWorld looks way different. I mean, I've been to SeaWorld in the past, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, before I went off to college. Right after college, Eric got his... he didn't go to college, but he got his high school diploma, and then he went to like a trade school and learned a trade. My buddy Eric, he did the equivalent of a degree with heating and air conditioning, and then he got a job at Disney, and he worked at Disney for 12 or 13 years. So before I went off to college, I visited Eric in 2004 and 2005 and 2006. So right up until I went to college, And that's the last time I went to SeaWorld. I don't remember what trip, but it was either in 2004, 2005, or 2006. That's the last time I was at SeaWorld. So I'm sure it's changed because now I'm 41, about to be 42, and I haven't went there since like early 2000s. So I need to do a vlog there at some point. I don't know when because I've got a lot of vlogs past and present and future coming up, but I'll try to get there. So I'm going to write down SeaWorld looked way different. SeaWorld looked... And really, the idea for 3 is very far-fetched. If there was, in fact, a shark that crept onto the SeaWorld property, in real life, they would say, oh, well, we're going to shut down the park until we get this Jaws out of here. In the movie, they're like, oh, no, it'll be fine. We'll just keep the park open. Do you know how many lawsuits that would be? You know, in the movie, when I watched it last night, I'm like, you people are fucking morons. Just close the damn park, hire some professional killers, kill the fucking shark, get it the fuck off the property, then invite the guests back in after the problem is fucking situated. But you wouldn't have a horror movie, you know, if they did it that way. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, you know? So I'm going to write down a little stupid, a little dumb. Again, Jaws 1 and 2 are the only ones worth watching. 3 is okay. 4, I'm going to dread watching tonight. But I will, because it's part of the series, and I will review it for you guys. So, would I recommend it? I can't recommend this one. So, you're not missing much if you don't watch this. So, can't recommend. So, yeah. There we are. Tina says, bless you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tina. I was there when they had the tunnel prop. Really, Dave? That's awesome. That's cool. Nice. That's what's up. That's cool, buddy. Hell yeah. Shout out to the 10 people watching. Hell yeah. All right. And then last night, I've seen this a million times, but I've never rated it for you. A little bit of an old classic. Somewhere over the rainbow. A classic. The Wizard of Oz. Used to be a book. Now it's a movie. And I don't know how many books L. Brom wrote. Hang on. Or L. Baum, whatever the hell his name is. Let me ask Meta. Hey, Meta. In the Wizard of Oz series, how many total books are there in the series?
The Wizard of Oz series has a total of 40 books known as the Famous 40, which are considered the canonical Oz texts.
Okay.
These books were...
And so they've made Oz the Great and Powerful, then they made The Wizard of Oz, and then Return to Oz, and then a cartoon movie, and then a television series, cartoon series, and then Wicked. Am I missing any of the Wizard of Oz movies?
You've got a good list there. Let's see. You've got Oz the Great and Powerful, The Wizard of Oz, Return to Oz, and then there are the animated films and TV series.
What was the name of the animated series?
There were a couple of animated series based on The Wizard of Oz. One notable one is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, a Japanese anime series that aired from 1986 to 1987.
Okay. And then what happened? And then there's a cartoon movie, right, with Martin Short in it, and Dan Aykroyd plays, I believe, the lion.
You're probably thinking of the animated film Dorothy Meets Ozma of Oz, but more likely the one that comes to mind is the animated movie Tom and Jerry.
No. I'm thinking of the one that you just said. When did that movie come out? The one with Dan Aykroyd in it.
I think you might be thinking of the film Ozzy, but that doesn't quite fit.
No. No, Dorothy Meets... there's a cartoon movie. I remember going to the theaters, and it had Dan Aykroyd in it, Jim Belushi, Martin Short in it. What's the name of that one?
I think I can help you figure out the movie based on your description of the cast.
It's a Wizard of Oz movie. with all three of those actors in it.
I think I've got it now. The movie that comes to mind with Dan Aykroyd, Jim Belushi, and Martin Short in a Wizard of Oz adaptation is none that I'm aware of as main characters. However, one possibility is that you're thinking of a different project, or maybe a promo that...
Never mind. What came after that? Wicked, and then I know they're making Wicked 2. Is there anything else that I've missed?
Wicked 2, also known as Wicked for Good, is coming out on November 21st, 2025, exactly 1 year after the first part. The sequel continues the story of Elphaba and Glinda with Cynthia Erivo.
Okay, thank you. So, Meta is full of shit. I know I've seen a cartoon movie. I'm going to find it right now. So, The Wizard of Oz is good. Return to Oz, it's an 80s classic. Oz the Great and Powerful is a prequel. It shows you how the wizard became the wizard. Then the cartoon series, I forgot, focuses on more adventures with Dorothy. And then Wicked focuses on how the Wicked Witch of the West became the Wicked Witch of the West and how Glinda became the Witch of the North. But I know there's a cartoon movie, and I'm going to find it right now, because I remember going to see it whenever I worked at the movie theater. What is the cartoon Wizard of Oz film with Jim Belushi? There it is. God, Meta's such a fucking bitch sometimes. AI Overview says, the animated film featuring Jim Belushi as the Cowardly Lion and Dan Aykroyd and Martin Short is The Wizard of Oz, is titled Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. In this film, Dorothy returns to Oz to help out her friends, including the Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man, who are facing a new threat from the court jester. Yeah, so this is the exact one I was trying to... Because I remember seeing this in the theaters. Yeah. So, now, let me see if Meta knows what I'm talking about. So, Meta, I figured out which movie I was talking about. In the timeline, where does Legends of Oz, Dorothy Return take place in the whole story in the series?
Good question. Legends of Oz, Dorothy's return takes place after Dorothy has returned to Kansas, gotten her house fixed, and then gets summoned back to Oz by the Scarecrow using the Rainbow Mover to help save the Emerald City from the Jester.
So if you wanted to watch all of the movies in order, how would you watch them?
If you wanted to watch all the Wizard of Oz movies and adaptations in order, you'd start with the classic 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, followed by the sequels Return to Oz. Then, you could watch the various animated films and series, including Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. The musical adaptations like The Wiz and Wicked would fit in based on their storyline placement within the Oz universe. Oz the Great and Powerful serves as a prequel to the original story.
Okay, thank you. So there it is. I was like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, I know I've seen that film. So yeah, just Meta is like 90% right. It doesn't get it all the way. So yeah, I believe that's Journey Back. Yeah, that one's Legends. Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. So, let's start with the original, shall we? It's a classic. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I remember watching it for the first time. I think I was 5 or 6. I was very young when I saw this. And it's quite the classic. Made in 1930... What is it? Oh, God, I can never read this shit. It's so tiny. Hang on. Hey, Meta, was the original Wizard of Oz, was it made in the 30s or was it made in the 40s? I'm pretty sure it was the 40s, correct?
No, that's not correct. The original Wizard of Oz film was made in the 1930s, specifically released in August 1939.
1939, so it's quite old. It's quite old. So, The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. And it is a timeless classic. You can be 5 years old or 105. It doesn't matter when you watch it. It's really good. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Made in 1939. My favorite character is the Scarecrow because I got to portray the Scarecrow in a high school play. So yeah, my favorite character is the Scarecrow. And besides Dorothy and Toto, the Scarecrow gets the most on-screen time next to Dorothy. So yeah. Great sets. There was no CGI. Even when they made the tornado, the twister, they took a long funneled tube and just shook it around, and they shot like air cannons at Julie Garden, you know, and with all the fake leaves and all the wind, and then they had, I watched all the behind the scenes last night. They painted a brown tube, and then they had a bunch of wind, and they just had a brown tube going like this in the background, like a twister, something like that. And then when they dropped the house, they actually flipped the camera. So someone was standing real high, and they dropped the house this way, and they painted the floor like a ceiling. And then they just reversed the film to have the house coming towards the camera. But they really they threw a model of a house off the top of the soundstage, and they painted the entire portion with clouds and wind and water and all that. Or I mean, not water, clouds and dark clouds, because it was supposed to be like a rainy, weathery day, and they just reversed the film. And then there was no green screen back then, so Dorothy, whenever she's in her bedroom and she sees all the images inside the cyclone, they just put those in. So she was reacting to nothing. The director just said, all right, you see a guy in a rowboat rowing, react to that. There's Mrs. Gulch riding her bike, and then she turns into the Wicked Witch of the West, blah, blah, blah. So she had to... But the sets were absolutely fantastic. So, I mean, the best set is probably the actual Yellow Brick Road itself, and probably Munchkinland. And if I had to pick a third one, probably inside the Wicked Witch's castle. So, yeah. So, great sets. Great costume. They don't make movies like this anymore. I wish they would. They don't, like TV and movies. Everything is now, go, 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 go. And sometimes I like CGI, and sometimes I don't. Practical effects are great. You know, like whenever you watch Jurassic Park for the first time, they use a little bit of CGI, and then they used a massive 100-foot animatronic T-Rex's head and arms and feet. And I'm like, that's fucking dope. That's fucking amazing. You know? And when let's say this is the top of the car, when the dinosaur's head goes through the glass and it like tries to eat the kids, that's a legendary scene, you know? So I like both. I like a little bit of CGI, and I like practical effects. So great practical effects. I'm going to put down, they don't make movies like this. So if I ever became a director, I would do half. I'd do a little bit of CGI, and I would do more practical effects. Like, I would love to work with the zombie master, Greg Nicotero. He even had a role in Day of the Dead. He worked on, he made the zombies out of the Haunted Mansion. He made the zombies off of The Walking Dead. I would love to make a zombie film and be like, Greg, do your version of fucking Tarman. Do your version of fucking Tarman and let me play fucking Tarman, you know? Or just make me into like a zombie, or have a zombie like bite the fucking side of Fierce's like neck, or bite me in the throat or some shit, you know? So I would love to either be a zombie in a film or get bit by a zombie. That'd be fucking so much fun. And I don't care how bad the makeup will be, because I know, like, whenever you're a zombie, it gets really hot and shit. I'd be like, it'd be fucking worth it. It'd be fucking worth it to play a zombie on film and either get killed by a zombie or turned into a zombie or just be a rotting corpse. Just something. It'd be fucking great. So, they don't make movies like this anymore. There was a bunch of rumors, and I can confirm it. If you look when they meet the Tin Man, as they're singing down the yellow brick road, a lot of people think that a munchkin hung himself, and they confirmed it. If you look way in the background of the Scarecrow scene when Dorothy meets the Scarecrow for the first time, there's birds in that scene, and there's birds and wildlife in the forest where the Tin Man had his log cabin. There's birds, there's pigeons, there's all sorts of wildlife. And I guess a long time ago, people thought that it was a munchkin swinging from a rope, and it's not. It's a bird opening up its wings and flapping. And they said no one killed themselves on the set. But that rumor, and that's on the behind the scenes. All this right here is behind the scenes right here. Because I was like, I wonder if that's true. And they said, nope. They said, everybody lived, nobody died, so no one died. Let's see here, what else? I'd say, it's so hard to pick like two favorite scenes, because I love the whole film. Because it's not set in reality. The only part that it's set in reality is when Dorothy is in Kansas at the beginning and she's in Kansas at the end. But most of the film is in a fantasy land. And they did that on purpose. Whenever she's in Kansas, everything's black and white and gray and dull and boring. And then when she gets to the land of Oz, it's beautiful. There's plants everywhere. There's tons of color. And color was new. Color was quite new. And back in the day, it was really bad to put color in a film with black and white. Back in the day, it's either all color or it's all black and white. There's no fucking mix matching. And the director was like, oh, fuck that. No. I can do whatever I want. It's my film. And he said, wouldn't it be great if Kansas, it's all boring and dull and crappy, and then when she gets to the land of Oz, like in the book, everything's beautiful, everything's fantastic. So I think that was a stroke of genius. They did that on purpose. So Kansas is black and white. And very dull. And Oz is lots of colors and very beautiful. Since he's my favorite character, I'm going to say probably my favorite scene is when Dorothy meets the Scarecrow, and then he tells Dorothy his problem about, like, you see, I can't even scare a crow. They come from miles around just to eat my corn and laugh in my face. Oh, I'm a failure because I don't have a brain. And then she's like, well, what would you do if you had one? And he's like, do? Well, if I had a brain. And then he sings this song. And then she's like, you know something? Why don't you come with me? Like, I to meet the wizard. And then he's all like, you're going to see a wizard? And then she's like, yeah. And he's like, do you think this wizard would give me some brains? And she's like, I couldn't say. But even if he didn't, you'd be no further off bad. And he's like, no, that's true. And then she's like, but maybe you never, she goes, maybe you better not. I've got a witch after me and you could get into trouble. Witch? I'm not afraid of witch. I'm not afraid of anything. Oh, except a lighted match. But I'd face a whole box full of them, if he gave me some brains. And he's like, look, I won't cause any trouble because I don't even eat a thing. And I won't try to manage things because I can't think. Won't you take me with you? And then she's like, why, of course I will. And then they sing we're off to see the wizard. So that's probably my favorite scene because, again, it was so much fun to play the Scarecrow in one of the high school plays I did. And even though the Scarecrow is tall, I'm very short. But I guess the director didn't care. And she's like, you'd be great as the Scarecrow, John. I was like, well, and I remember talking to my drama teacher in school, in high school, and I said, well, in the film, he's really tall. And she goes, yeah, but she goes, that doesn't matter. She's like, John, you're a great actor. And I was like, really? I'm like, I get to be the Scarecrow? She goes, well, you told me it's your favorite. I said, yeah, I said he's my favorite, but I said, did you really like my performance that much? She goes, heck yeah. She goes, you'd make a great Scarecrow, you know, besides the height problem. And I said, okay. I said, yeah. I said, I'll do it. So I got to play the Scarecrow, which was really fun. So Dorothy meets the Scarecrow is probably my favorite scene. And then probably it's a mix between when all four of them are like, then I'm sure to get a brain, a heart, a home, the nerve, and then they all four start skipping down the yellow brick road and singing either that or when they run through the red flowers and the Wicked Witch puts a spell on the flowers to make them fall asleep, and then Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, makes it snow and basically breaks the spell, and then the Scarecrow's like, oh, maybe that'll help. And he's like, how could snow help? And he's like, it does help. Dorothy, you're waking up. And then she's like, oh, what happened? And then all of a sudden, like, the lion kind of like lifts up and he's like, unusual weather we're having, huh? And then they start laughing. So it's a split between those two. I'm going to put both because all three of those scenes, I love the whole film, but those three scenes, it's really hard to pick between those three scenes because those three scenes are pretty damn good. So the snow scene, and then all four characters skip down the yellow brick road. I do recommend it. Yeah, what's up, Lantern? He says, this stream is lit. Next stream for Eddie. Lantern, where have you been, man? I'm almost done. Where have you been? I talked to you ages ago, Lantern. Have you been listening the whole time? Or I bet you he fell asleep. Lantern, I bet you fell asleep, buddy. Oh, Lord. Let's see. I do recommend it. Let me call Lantern. Let me call him. Lantern. Larry. What's up, twin? Lantern, I bet you fell asleep. Watch this. I'm going to call him. I bet you he fell asleep because he's just coming in now. Lantern, you missed almost my entire stream, buddy. Oh, well, that's all right. Hang on. Yo!
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Lantern?
Back out.
What's up, twin? What's up, twin?
Bye. Hey, twin.
What's up, twin? Lantern, Lantern, where?
Yeah.
Lantern, where have you been?
I've been chatting.
You been chatting? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm in chat.
did you fall asleep? Because I just saw your chat now. I didn't see.
Not really.
Okay, I just want to make sure you didn't fall asleep because I'm almost done. It's 8:30 my time. It's 7:30 your time. So, I won't bombard your stream at all. I'm kind of wrapping things up. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, did Lantern fall asleep? Don't be starting that sleeping shit, Lantern.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Larry! Don't be smoking, Larry!
Yeah, Larry.
Mama Tate!
Yes.
Did you wipe Larry's ass today?
Yes, I did.
Good, because he shits a lot. He farts a lot, Lantern, so...
Yep.
And he smokes too much. Quit fucking smoking! He's always coughing on your stream. I don't want Larry...
Yeah.
Lantern, I don't want Larry to die, so... Larry, quit fucking smoking.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lantern, tonight on the show, give Larry a hard time about smoking. Be like, Larry, don't be smoking, Larry.
Yeah.
Don't be smoking, Larry. All right, Lantern. Okay, all right. Anyway, I mean, I care about Larry. He's a good guy, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't mind the occasional cigar, Lantern, because Trent got me into them. Like, whenever I smoked a whole bunch whenever Eric got married. And we were smoking cigars, like, on his bachelor night. And then I've smoked a couple since I've been down here, but I haven't smoked a cigar in quite a long time, because I should have smoked one whenever Sega was in town. But I didn't want to pass off bad habits to Sega because Sega was too busy, you know, with the strippers. So yeah.
Yeah.
Lantern, have you ever went to a strip club?
No, haven't.
Would you want to go one day?
Maybe.
There's a lot of belly buttons in there. A lot of women's belly buttons. There's a lot of belly buttons in there. So if you ever come to visit Fears, I'll take you to one, but you just got to listen to everything I say if we went there, all right, buddy? Do you think your twin would go there?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. All right, Lantern. I just wanted to make sure that you were. Hey, Lantern, what did you have for lunch today?
I made some lasagna.
Oh, nice. Man, I haven't had lasagna in a while. You know, because of the cheese. That would definitely give me the shits, Lantern. But lasagna's good. It's good. There's just too much cheese in it for me. But I could have a little bit of it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you having for dinner tonight? Are you gonna eat before you go live?
Yeah.
That's cool. What are you having for dinner?
I don't know.
Some hamburger helper, y'all.
Maybe, yeah.
That's right, y'all. All right, Lantern. Shunk, I'll see you later. Shunk. Lantern's awesome. That guy's great. Oh, my God. All right. What's up, twin? What's up, twin? The stream is level. Thanks, Lantern. I appreciate that. That's right. The stream is partying and rocking. Well, thanks, buddy. Larry, that smoking is not good for you. Larry! Don't be smoking, Larry. Don't push the buttons. That's right, Dave. That's right. Anyway, I'm sure everyone's checked this out at least once in their life, but if you haven't, shame on you for not watching a classic. So good. Now, I'll be honest. The only thing better in number 2, Return to Oz, is they have a lot of claymation and a lot of animation in the sequel, and it's really good claymation and there's animation and claymation in the sequel. That's what I like about the sequel, but the first one, it's just timeless. Like, that whole scene of the tornado going on, she's screaming like, Annie M., Uncle Henry, like, where are you? And there's all this wind and leaves, and before Ray Bolger, that's his acting name, that's the guy that played the Scarecrow, but before he shows up in Oz, he plays Hunk, which is like a farmhand that works on Dorothy's farm, and each one of the farmhands plays the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. So that's another good scene where he's like, now Dorothy, you're not using your head. When you come home, don't go by Mrs. Gulch's garden. That way Toto won't get in her garden and you won't get in any trouble. And she's like, oh, Hunk, you won't listen. He's like, yeah, well, your head ain't made of straw, you know. And he goes to hit the hammer because he's fixing the wagon. He accidentally hits his hand. That's another one of my favorite scenes, but I didn't put it down because I like the whole movie. And I tried to harness it down to 3 scenes, but it's a classic. Check out a classic, my friends. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see what's next. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh. You know what? I'm getting down to my coffee. I think that's a good time to turn it off, because then I won't interflict anything with Lantern's show. And Lantern, I still have a little bit of cough. I still have a little bit of a runny nose. If I feel any better, the medicine's starting to kick in, Lantern, but I may come in tonight. I may just listen to the show. I don't know, Lantern. We'll see. So I'll either listen while I edit, or I'll come in for about an hour or whatever. But we'll see, Lantern. We'll see. Anyway, that was a pretty fun show. All right. Anyway, Triple, I swear on my life, I am watching this first, and then this. I hate to keep Triple waiting. Triple, I'm really sorry. I watched Jaws 3, and then I fell asleep, and then by the time I woke up, I looked at my phone. I looked at my watch, and I was like, oh, shit. It's 45 minutes until I have to go to work. I'm like, fuck me. And then I just quickly got a shower, and I had to mosey on off to work. So these are the 2 watches tonight. Jaws, The Revenge. Not looking forward to watching this because it's crap. but I will watch it. And then I am looking forward to this. Triple said there's a lot of action, and it's got the guy that played Data out of the Goonies in it. And I was like, hell yes. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Larry Tate 26 on YouTube. Subscribe to Mr. Lantern. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. Be sure to subscribe to Fangirl Kate on YouTube. She's a good supporter. Be sure to subscribe to Dave Phillips. We got to get him to 50 subs so then Dave can go live. He's at 36, I believe, Dave, right? The last time you told me, 36. Be sure to follow my friend Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow, let's see here. Who else have I not gave a plug in a while? Let's see here. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow my buddy, my pal, Lord Tommy at the Super Fun Time Show. I think he's still doing the Super Fun Time Show. I think he is. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears, Lord Fears. FearsMan26 is the main channel. And follow channel number 2 is Fears Vlogs. We are so close, guys. We are so close to hitting 3,000 on the main channel. So, to tally it up, on the main channel, we're at 2,815 subscribers. And then on Fears Vlogs, we're at 1,718 subscribers. So we're so close to hitting 2,000 on the vlog channel. So we're getting there. So subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel, and subscribe to channel number 2, Fears Vlogs, the one that you're watching right now. And this is Fears, signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!